literally almost just set myself on fire. Babies! Romy, homies, my loves. Hi, you guys. Hi, babies. Hi, 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 hi. Mama is here. Mama is sick, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're here. We're gonna do this. I've taken some medicine, and it's gonna go down. This look at this. Oh my god, look at this. Can you see this? Hold on. And we are already distracted. This is gonna be fun. First video of 2020. Are you guys ready? I asked you guys to ask me anything and you did. Oh boy. You asked me anything. I wasn't sure what I was going to do for my first video of the year. I know it's been months, I apologize, but not really because life happens and it was the holidays and yeah. I wasn't sure where we were gonna go for our first video, so I figured, hey you guys, ask me anything. We'll roll out the new season with a new line of questions. And then there were some good questions in there. Actually, some of them I want to probably redirect you to entire videos that will help answer you. And then some questions I might use for a future video. But I feel like I'm babbling at this point, per usual. Let's just get into the actual questions from you guys. All right. First question comes from Saint Timmy 258, and yes, I'm calling the names out for these questions, which I don't usually do, but I just felt like we're gonna really get personal today. Timmy wants to know, what were you like growing up? No, you're good. Come on, monkey. And we have someone who has joined the chat. All right, Timmy wants to know, what were you like growing up? Strange, very strange. I was a weird little girl. I grew up in Southern California, Orange County. I was really, really smart, and then I would get made fun of because I was like a teacher's pet. And I got really good grades, which I don't know why you would make fun of someone for that, but okay. I did not enjoy high school whatsoever. I left that town as soon as I possibly could. I was very strange, very artistic. Spice Girls and Backstreet Boys and Powerpuff Girls and basketball and hockey and art and music. More music. that was a majority of it. And I really would like enjoy cartoons. I actually just turned on Tiny Toon Adventures last night and was having major flashbacks. 90s kids had the best childhood. I feel like we had the best cartoons, and it's good times, you know. They don't make them cartoons like they used to. But yeah, it was a decent childhood. I don't know, I'm in a lot of therapy now, so you take what you will. But I've always been who I am. I've always been this strange little girl, and I've always been very tall and very loud, and I love to laugh. So basically me since birth. This is what I was like as a child. This question is gonna come from Cat-Point, and they said that I was awesome, which I appreciate. You didn't have to be so kind. And they want to know, what was my most fulfilling thing in 2019 and what am I looking forward to in 2020? Love that question. Honestly, I think the most fulfilling thing of 2019 was just successfully growing as like an individual entity and public figure, which I never like to claim, but that's what my Instagram says. I wasn't sure. You never know when you become self-employed and start a business and things of that sort, because it's just a one-man show. But I just feel like a lot of good things happened. I was able to really take control of my creativity, my talents, my knowledge, my business mentality, my hustle, and just roll with what punches I wanted to roll with. And I've enjoyed growing the lady shop. What I do for the lady shop, I'm looking at my Cricut right now that I got a year ago. And so just a lot of skills. I learned new skills. I added more items that I could make to the lady shop, more than just paintings and canvas. And that's all exciting to me. I'm always about growth. I'm always about, you can learn something new every day. And this world that we live in is just rapidly drowning. And so I'm trying to constantly put any magic and positivity out into the air that I possibly can. So looking forward to in 2020, more of that. I have a lot of things in store and a lot of things that I want, and I guess I'll just tell you to stay tuned, because I don't want to say it because I'm too excited. Just stay tuned. I have a huge vision for 2020 and I'm excited, so stay tuned. J Money wants to know, how are you always managing a perfect, happy, carefree life? You truly inspire. Laughing emoji. Look, y'all, I responded to him as well. I don't know if that's the actual impression that I'm giving off, but that's false as fuck. That's not the impression I am trying to give off necessarily. I try to be as real as I can with you guys, because that's the reality of my life. My life is not perfect. Trials and tribulations non-stop. Always little mountains to climb, and always, you know, things to overcome. It's not stress-free. I actually have a lot of things that I have to do in order to keep it that way. I try to be as holistic and in tune with the earth as I possibly can, I guess, to keep it simple. I believe in nature's laws. I believe in karma. I believe in therapy. And I believe in, you know, what you put out comes back threefold. So I thought that was a funny question, because I was like, is that what I look like? That's not what Not, I assure you, it's a hot mess 24/7 over here. But you get up every day and you keep trying, because it's worth it, because you're worth it and I'm worth it. All right, moving on. Bounty of Stars wants to know, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? I love that question, but I never have a good answer, and I feel like it always changes, honestly. So as of right now, I guess if I were to go anywhere in the world, it would be Oregon, which I've already been. But that's where I love to go, and that's where my best friend is, one of my best friends, and I just am so at peace when I'm in Oregon. But I have always gone solo, so I guess I'd love to bring my dog that is currently ripping up his Christmas crocodile, and Christian with me, so we could all enjoy Oregon together. Formerly Gloomin wants to know that I mentioned in the past that I was bullied for how tall I am and was, which is true, and they want to know how tall I am, and I am 5'9", 5'10" on a good day, and like 5'11" in heels. Bert D wants to know, which Disney ride, past or present, is your favorite? Pirates of the Caribbean, hands down. John Alim has a wonderful question, and they ask, I'm stuck inside. Yeah, I get to live inside of Disneyland for a month. Anywhere, where do I pick? Club 33. Jennifer Evans wants to know, how do I deal with anxiety? I go to therapy. a lot. I take it very seriously. I've been going for years. I take my medication. I stay on top of that. I believe in crystals and harmony, and I follow a lot of different mantras from different like religions and cultures and stuff. I take a little bit of peace from everything that I've learned, and then I put it into my own peaceful mantras. And I know that's like kind of a vague, well, I hope that's not a vague answer. I feel like that's a good sum up of how, but I have a few videos on that question. So I'm going to link a few of those videos in the description below, because I know that we as a community deal with that way more than anybody is still ever talking about. And I've been trying to talk about that for a while because I don't want you guys to suffer like I have suffered for a very long time. So check out any of those other videos if you want to know any more on that particular topic. All right, next question comes from Sunshine and Pixie Dust Forever, my sister from another mister. And she asks, have you studied art or are you self-taught? Both. How about talking of your witchy ancestors, which I have a lot of. What fills your soul to do for others? Honestly, making people happy. Like, the more happy that I know someone is because of me, my selfish sole purpose on life is to make others happy. I am a healer. I am an empath. I am here to enlighten the darkness. So anytime that I hear that that's actually happened because of me, I'm satisfied. And I love you too. But yeah, studied art or self-taught, both. I just have always loved art from a very young age, and I was very creative and I was very artistic. And I think luckily I grew up in a time where oh shoot, Art Masters, I think it was called, in my school district existed and things of that sort. You know, budgets for things that matter in schools. Yeah, that was still a concern. So I got taught a lot from a very young age. I actually went to Gate School for a year. If you don't know what Gate School is, I believe it's gifted and talented education. And then I went to a school shortly afterwards that was like super big on Art Masters. And so by second, third grade, I was fluent in like Monet and Van Gogh and Picasso, and just really, I was very lucky to be just taught all the greats and the masters of art. And because I was already in tune with the art, like genes from my actual ancestors, then everybody around me and teachers and stuff, peers, they all encouraged it. And so then I was taking classes, like I would take watercolor classes after school. I was in architecture club. Yo, I'm like, seriously, I crack up because I'm such a nerd. I'm such a fucking nerd. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm not saying it as a bad thing. I feel like I'm so proud that I can say that now. Because I was made fun of my whole fucking childhood. Always like, what the fuck is architecture club? Like, I don't know. We're taught architecture. Like, they literally made it at my school. Like, the elementary school I went to, there was only a small group of us that was really fucking smart. And so the teachers were like, look, these kids are like smarter than this, and we need to give them something that's gonna like encourage them, because one of these kids could be something in this world. And they started something called Architecture Club, and they contacted our parents, and they're like, we've started a club for the It's basically the smart kids. We want your daughter to be a part of it. And of course, my mom was like, oh, Sarah would love to, which I was not excited to because it was just another thing to get made fun of, and I hated it. And then I remember, like, I think in 6th grade, she made me take a computer class at another school. Oh my God, I'm having flashbacks. Look. I've been doing this a long time. I am so very grateful and thankful that I grew up with people that saw the potential and the talent in me, and they, you know, did nothing but encourage it. I'm seriously so thankful, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. And I'm laughing because because I've gone to enough therapy that I can process this shit. But for real, your girl was a pencil pushing nerd, okay? A brown nosing, pencil pushing, paper turning nerd. And I'm so proud of it. I wouldn't be anybody else if I wasn't who I was as a little girl. And you guys shouldn't be ashamed either if you're smart, or if you're weird, or if you're anything. I don't care what you are. Don't be ashamed. As long as it's not hurting anybody, be the best you that you can be.